Well, I was in the Marine Corps during the Korean War outbreak, and I just thought I saw women Marines stationed down at Lake Union, and I thought that sounds interesting. So I went down to the Navy or the recruiting office and joined. And I was 18 years old. And let's see, my first base was at, I worked for a while at Lake Union, and then they sent me down. When the Korean War actually started, then they sent our group, which was about 20 women, down to San Francisco, and I was down there a year. And then I got transferred down to Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, and I was there a little over 2 years. And then at that time, if you were at a base for 2 years, well, then you really could choose another duty station if you wanted. And Sandpoint was available, so I came out, and I was out here, maybe less than a year when I was on active duty. Well, Sandpoint was a small base at that time because World War II, of course, had a big base, lots of enlistees and men at the Navy at that time. And I'm not sure about how many men were there, Marines, during World War II, but during the Korean, when I was stationed here, there might have been, maybe 100 or a little less maybe. And I was the only woman Marine stationed here. So since there was no women Marines barracks, I was assigned to the Navy, or to the Waves, the women Naves, sailors. And I was, that's where I was stationed with the Waves. The Waves barracks, since there were so few, there was only maybe a dozen women stationed here at all at that time. And it was the officers' quarters. The officers, the men were upstairs, and the women had the main floor. So, and that I can still find the building there now because it overlooked a golf course, and so I think I can find the building now. And I did the office work, mainly here's a picture of my working at Sandpoint. There was 2 or 3 pictures here. And I did office work for about Monday through Thursday, and then Friday I was assigned to the television show, which had been going on for a while when I was assigned, and I sang in their choir, or their chorus. And my husband, who I met at that time, was in the Navy band, and we married, and then I actually got out at that time. I was on this is the Monroe Fair, and they had a parade at that time. I don't think the date's on there. But this other woman Marine that's in this picture was assigned to recruiting, and she had an office downtown. But I was the only one here at Sandpoint. And I met her, actually, during the March On television show, which they said, why don't you salute? So we saluted, and that's when they snapped this picture. Most all my work was office work, filing and answering phones. That's what I did here. It was the Marine Corps Marine Air recruiting office here at Sandpoint, and that's what I was assigned to that. Oh yes, I was able to get some flights out. Just like a weekend, if the plane was going down to San Diego, I remember one particular time, I went down, flew down with them and stayed there overnight and came back. And I remember coming in from on the plane, just looked like you were going to land on the water, to land here at Sandpoint. It was fun.